Welcome to the Sharpening Irons for Transformation, the Transformation Method by Vanessa Gonyer, which is part of my OD&C method for the class Engaging Whole Systems for Change at Bowling Green State University for the spring semester 2014. Every person has dignity and value. Our worth is not determined by our size, genetic makeup, income level, or skin color. It is based on our nature as human beings made in the image of God. Have you ever really thought about the value of people or their dignity? The factory worker, the child, the woman you see on the street, the Starbucks barista, or even the homeless man? Have you ever really taken the time to get to know any of these individuals? I implore you to do so in your life, and you will soon see why. Let me introduce you. The first gentleman here is a GM factory worker. He graduated high school and started working at GM at the ripe age of 18. He has worked there his whole life, never went to college, no formal training. What value does he have? The young girl at the bottom, she is in 8th grade, straight A student, participates in sports, plays the cello and the piano. What worth can we place on her? The woman in the middle had 2 kids by the time she was 17, dove into a life of drug addiction, and is divorced. Could she possibly bring back value to anyone? The Starbucks guy, he makes coffee, he serves it with a smile. Does he have value? And the homeless man, no home, no money, no family to speak of. What can he add to your life? The purpose is the why in the entire process. Why use this method and how will a person be better off after going through this method? The purpose for the transformation method is one of value. What is the path to value? How do we know if we possess value to ourselves, to others, to our community, or society? Who determines that path? The purpose of this method is to all people to recognize the value that they have in their life and others around them can contribute to their successes and their own value. It is about creating your path to the best you that you can be. System is often referred to as where and in what conditions the method is applied, and who and how many people do you involve in the process? Who is best suited for this method? The simple answer to this is you. This is a process that can be done as an individual or even given to a leadership team. It is an assessment of you and who you surround yourself with. It is important to recognize that you are important and can achieve any level of success. This tool assists with creating excellence around you, and that excellence and success is different for each person that goes through the method. Where does the journey begin? The journey consists of the steps that are involved in the transformation method. The journey begins with you, recognizing your own worth and value, and that you are who you are and were created to be. You have experiences and knowledge that has formed you as an individual. Giving yourself the latitude to see that you are something of worth, significance, merit, and excellence sets the stage for future endeavors. Small or large, goals are set and can be achieved by realizing what you have in the way of potential. Once you have realized how much you are truly worth, the next step in the journey is creating your personal board of directors. Your board of directors might consist of family members or close friends that you can rely on to give you honest feedback on decisions you're making for your life. They can offer feedback, advice, or guidance in helping you see all points of view. These people are your cheerleaders and your voice of encouragement. They are there to help you achieve success in whatever capacity. Once you have established a list of individuals that you would like to have on your board, talk to those people and ask them to be a part of your board of directors. After your board of directors has been established, you move on to create a personal organization chart. This encompasses many people. Above you in the org chart are those that you look up to as mentors. These people have walked the road of success and failure and you can learn from their walk. In the linear view, you would have people that are walking with you or next to you. An example might be the cohort that I currently am involved in. And then we have the people that have less responsibility in the organization, and those might be, for example, children or even underclassmen in the case of the cohort following behind us. Once you have these individuals established, go to them, interview them, question them, Ask them about their successes and their failures and find out what they did. Engage them. The same would go for those you are looking to mentor. Engage those individuals and really try to embrace the org chart. After all, you created it. The final step in the journey is a time of reflection. After you have walked the entire journey, you are able to see what you can be. You are looking in the mirror and realizing that you are striving for excellence and you can achieve it. Were there people you didn't connect with on your org chart? Did you find that someone did not fit with your board of directors? These are the type of questions that you can ask during your reflection phase. You have surrounded yourself with individuals that are going to push you, pull you, and encourage you to be the best you that you can be. No matter the circumstances, you are reflecting on what has been, what is, and what can be. Now that you have gone through the journey and reflected on the process, now what? The beautiful piece to the transformation method is that the process is cyclical. This journey can be done once a year or whenever you see life taking a different path. It can be done when you feel you have exhausted your board of directors and want to have a new set of eyes look at you and your journey that you are taking through life. And this method can be done at any time. There is no specific time that it needs to take place, only that you are willing to go through the process with open eyes and acceptance. There is hardly a corporation in existence today that does not have a board of directors or an organization chart. Large companies have them, churches have them, even small businesses have them. Are you not your own corporation? There are numerous CEOs and motivational speakers that enlist the idea of creating a personal board of directors and looking to the successes of others who have blazed the trail before you. Can you remember Steve Jobs and how many people have interviewed him to find out what the keys to success were? What were those people doing? Some might have been writing articles or books, but some of those people were utilizing the personal org chart method to find out how they can apply various principles used to their own lives. You are your own corporation. Why shouldn't you enlist the evidence that has been proven before us and the practices of what has a proven track record? The core values of this method are acceptance, appreciation, relationships, and victories. Acceptance of yourself and those of around you, and the value that they bring and the feedback that might come your way, good or bad. Appreciation comes from those that are around you, that you appreciate their time, their input, their feedback, and most of all, their value, just as you appreciate and accept your own value. You plus me equals us. This method is about building relationships that are strong, positive, and encouraging relationships. You want to have healthy relationships that surround you so that you can create the best possible you that is successful. And finally, victory. Celebrate the goals, successes, and the achievements that you have set before you as you reach them. Big or small, it does not matter, only that you have attained victory. Here you see the model put together. It is value in yourself, the value that others bring to you, the value of others you look up to, and the time of reflection all add up to the transformation method. The method changes you in the way of sharpening what is already there in your life to create a more valuable you. This method can be described as a personal tool used to not only better yourself and those around you, but a way of reflecting the company you keep that can shape your conduct, your character, and your destiny. This man that I spoke of earlier is my dad. He has contributed greatly to General Motors Corporation. He has won awards for his suggestions, and GM has utilized his suggestions to better the organization. He's a factory worker, but he has value. He didn't let the circumstances dictate his success. This woman, who was molested at an early age, had 2 kids by the time she was 17, and lived a life in the drug scene, went on to get her bachelor's degree, her master's degree, and is currently a business owner. Her business is successful. She's a pillar in the community. This woman is my mother, and she has value and has achieved success. When society would have said that she would become nobody or nothing, she had other plans. Although only 14 years old, she can play the piano and the cello and excels at school. She's bright, helpful, and caring. She has value even at an early age. This is my daughter, and I can learn from her every day. She may be young, but she too has achieved success and can add value to others around her. These 2 people are quite different. One is homeless and one is a Starbucks worker. Did you know that they both served our country? We can learn from both of these individuals and they can mentor others. They have value that they bring to the table. Can you see the change in your lens? Can you start to look at people for more than what is on the outside? Building that relationship is key. Have you ever met someone and walked away thinking they were very interesting and just never thought they would have had the experiences that they just shared with you? That is the value they bring. The saying goes, you can't judge a book by its cover, and that statement rings true for people and yourself. Don't underestimate people and what they have on the surface. The people you surround yourself with sharpen your iron. If you choose to be around negativity or people that are not striving to reach goals, your iron will become dull. The butterfly is a representation of the transformation that takes place when you walk the transformation method journey. You become new again. You become whole. This process can and will be repeated, but in the end, you can see the V that emerges. It represents the value that you have and the value that you recognize in others. Every person has value. It just may need to be uncovered. Are you willing to discover the value that you have or the value in others?